Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Elliott Parker. I wanted to take a moment to welcome you to English 101 and English 095. Really glad to have you in class this semester. I'm looking forward to working with each and every one of you. The purpose of this video is to show you how to get into our classes in Blackboard and what to look for and what to pay attention to as you get into our class in Blackboard, particularly this first week. I want to make sure that you kind of know how the course is structured and laid out, where you find information, and how you kind of navigate the class, not only for this first week, but as you go forward in the class over the course of the semester. And let me just say one thing before we take a look at that. As we move through the semester, please feel free to reach out to me at any time if you have any questions or concerns about anything related to the class. If you need help, please let me know. Please reach out to me. I'm happy to respond through email. I'm happy to have telephone conversations. I'm happy to even do Zoom chats and Zoom sessions with you. So please don't feel like you're on your own, even though we don't see each other on a regular basis face to face like you would a traditional class. Please let me know if you need help at any time or if you have questions about anything. I'm happy to help you, happy to talk with you. When we get to the essay portion of the semester, I'm happy to look at outlines. I'm happy to look at paragraphs. I'm happy to look at thesis statements, rough drafts, at any time as you're working on your essays, or if you just want to talk to me about bouncing some ideas around. Hey, here's what I'm thinking about writing about, or here's what I'm thinking my topic would be. Here's what I'm thinking about writing about for that topic, whatever it may be regarding that. I'm happy to meet with you and bounce around ideas about your writing at any time, or look at drafts or outlines or pre-writing that you may do related to your essays. So again, just feel free to reach out to me at any time if you have questions or concerns about anything related to the class, or if you need help. Don't suffer in silence. Let me know if you run into issues or have problems. So what I'm going to do now is just screen share with you what you're going to navigate and what you'll see, and then how to navigate when you log into our class pages through Blackboard. So let me share my screen. And this is going to look a little different on my end than it will on your end, but basically this will look the same because I have faculty access to certain things that you won't have access to as a student. But I just wanted to kind of show you how the course is structured, how you find information in the class, how do you get into the class, all of that kind of thing. So first thing that I will point out is when you log into Blackboard for the first time, and you can log into Blackboard through the MyMCTC self-service portal. And there's a tab once you log in, once you put your student ID number and your password in, there's a tab that says Blackboard. Once you click on Blackboard, this page should pop up, or something similar to this page. Now, if you're taking multiple classes here at Mount West this semester, you're going to have a Blackboard shell for every class that you take as a student. So it's likely that this grid right here, when you first log in, is going to have more sections and more classes listed than what I have listed here. That's perfectly fine. You'll have to talk with your other professors, go to your other classes to find out how much Blackboard is going to be used in those classes. But for the purpose of our class, because it is an online only class, we're going to use Blackboard exclusively. If you've been at Mount West before, if you've been a student here some other time, maybe a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, or you've taken classes here some other time before this semester, you want to make sure when you log in that the term up here is 2025-01. And you might think, well, it's fall 2024. Why are we doing 2025? That's because Blackboard rolls over a year in advance. And so even though this is the 2024-2025 school year, the Blackboard shells are set for academic year 2025. So if you've been here before, if you've taken classes here before, this may default to 2024, 2023, depending on when you were here before. If you're a brand new student, this is your first time being at Mount West, the default should automatically be 2025. But if you've taken classes here before, some other way, in some other context, you may not see this immediately. It may default to the last time you took a class at Mount West, and so you'll have to change this to 2025. So you can see here, I've got classes going all the way back to 2016, 2021, 2024, and 2025. So that's the first thing I wanted to mention. Second thing I wanted to mention is if you are taking the English 095 section, if you're taking the 1 hour co-requisite with English 101, everything I show you today will be exactly the same as it is in 095. It will be set up the same. It will have the same language. It will have all the same information. I'm just not going to do this twice. I'm going to start with the 101 section. And again, if you're taking the 095 section, everything I show you here in this video is going to apply to the 095 tab. So make sure if you've signed up and you're registered for the 095 1 hour co-requisite, that you do these exact same things the first week, that you follow these exact steps, because there is some work that you need to do and some readings that you need to do connected to the 095 class, just like it is for the 101 class. So I just wanted to make you aware of that. So I'm just going to pick one of the sections of 101 that I'm teaching this semester. And again, you're going to probably have multiple tabs here of multiple subjects and everything that you're taking this semester. But I'm going to look for English 101 because that's the class you're taking from me. And I'm going to click on this little gray shaded heading here. What this is the course reference number and the section number. You don't need to necessarily know that. That's more for Blackboard purposes, and that's more so Blackboard can create a shell or a page for our class. But you're going to want to click on that. And what you're going to see is this page appear first, and it's going to say, welcome to the class. I'm not going to read all of this to you, but this kind of just welcomes you and kind of shows you and kind of explains to you a little bit about Blackboard, how to log in and all of that. What you're going to want to do this first week is you're going to want to pay attention to these two tabs here, Start Here and Course Information. So after you log in, this page should be the first page that pops up when you click English 101. Same is true as I mentioned a moment ago for English 095. When you click on that tab, you're going to see the exact same thing. I'm going to want to click on Start Here. And what I have done here is just put some information about how Blackboard works, about navigating the course, about what all of these tabs mean over here on the left-hand side of the screen that you see in the gray shaded box. We're not going to use all of those tabs this semester. In fact, we'll use probably just 2 or 3 of those tabs over the course of the semester. But I put all of that in here in case you take other online classes or you're taking other online classes this semester using Blackboard, just some information about how to navigate. We talk a little bit about netiquette guidelines, how to interact with your classmates, how to be successful in an online class. I know some of you may be nervous and thinking, how in the world is this going to work in an online format? Well, this kind of gives you some guidelines and some perspective and some ideas for how to sort of navigate Blackboard, how Blackboard is going to work. And I've got just some general information here about other things related to the college in terms of the academic calendar, academic dishonesty, all of that. So I just want you to basically read through this information that is here and just kind of familiarize yourself with the content and what is there. That's the first thing you want to do. The next thing that you're going to want to do is go over here to where it says course information, and you're going to want to click on that tab. This is where we have specific information, or I've put specific information in here related directly to the class. So I have a welcome video here where you'll learn a little bit more about me and my background. All of my contact information is here in terms of how to reach me via phone or email. And again, I'm happy to do Zoom chats at any time. I have the syllabus here, and then I have some other things I want you to read and some short assignments that I want you to complete. So there's a syllabus quiz that you need to complete by next Sunday. That just basically make sure that you've read the syllabus and you're familiar with the policies there. I have some information about getting to know your classmates, a short little discussion board post to help you kind of introduce yourself to your classmates. I have a small assignment here that just gives you, I just ask for some contact information from you. And this also gives you some practice in uploading assignments and uploading attachments to Blackboard. And then that pretty much takes you through that particular set of assignments under course information. But then I give you right here this little tab at the bottom that says click to go to course materials. So once you've read through all of this, you've completed the syllabus quiz, the discussion board post where you introduce yourself to your classmates, and then also done the practice assignment where you give me some emergency contact information in case something would happen to you or I would need to reach you or someone on your behalf. You're going to want to go over here to course materials. And this is information, or excuse me, you're not going to want to go to course materials. What you're going to want to do is go down to, you've looked at the course materials. You're going to want, I want to have you go down here to where it says module 1. Okay. So course information and materials will be the same tab. As I mentioned a moment ago, I have some access to tabs that you don't have. So instead of the course information tab taking me to the course information, it took me somewhere else. So your course information tab will be the information that I just showed you. Sorry about that. As I said a moment ago, having access to certain tabs that you don't see sometimes makes this a little wonky. But going back to the next thing I want you to look at is where it says module 1, the narrative essay. So how our course is structured, it's divided up into modules, it's divided up into separate modules. And we spend about 3 to 4 weeks of class time on each individual module. So the first module we're going to be dealing with is the narrative essay. So we're going to be writing a narrative essay and working on a narrative essay over the course of the next 3 to 4 weeks. And what you'll notice here when you click on module 1 is you're going to see the course schedule for the next 3 to 4 weeks as it relates to the class. So you'll notice right here, only things that you have to do with the week one information is kind of review all the information that I just showed you, complete those small assignments that I asked you to complete, and to submit your syllabus quiz by Sunday. That's all you have to do for this week. What will happen next week when you log into the class, week one is going to disappear, week two will move up in its place, and you're going to want to follow this course schedule as it relates to the assignments that are due that particular week. And then once we get to the third week of the course, September the 9th, this will disappear, week three will move up, and you'll have a list of readings and assignments listed there. So what you're going to see as you scroll down, if you scroll all the way down here, is you're going to see all of the assignments related to this particular module. So by the time this module is over, by the time we're done working on this unit, you will have read and completed the exercises and assignments listed on this page. So what I want you to do as you get in here and navigate is just complete the assignments that have been assigned to you on the course calendar. So when you get to week two, only complete the assignments listed here. Only review the information, read the information, and complete the assignments that I have listed here. Don't jump ahead. Don't work ahead, because if you start working on week three in week one, you're going to have no idea what to do. You're going to be totally sort of lost and not know what it is that you're supposed to be doing. So all of this scaffolds. And so completing week one's work sets you up for the work of week two. Completing week two's work sets you up for the completion of week three. So that's going to be how the class unfolds over the course of the semester. So once you get through this first week of those introductory assignments and readings that I'm talking about, when you log in next week, first week of September, you're going to want to come right to the narrative essay, look at the course schedule, look and see what assignments and readings are due for that particular week, and then go down here and scroll to the bottom. Click on these black headings here. All of the information that you need to complete those assignments and the readings and everything is listed there. So that's how the course is going to navigate. So we're going to spend 3 or 4 weeks on the narrative essay. We'll spend 3 or 4 weeks on the analysis essay, and we'll spend 3 or 4 weeks working on the argumentative essay. And all of that information is listed here. One other thing I wanted to point out, if you ever want to find out how you're doing in the class in terms of grades, you can click on the My Grades tab, and you will see the assignments that have been assigned to you, the scores that you got, and the grades that you received on those assignments, and then a running total of how many points you've earned so far at this point in the semester. So you can check at any time in real time to find out how you're doing in the class. So hopefully there'll be no mystery in terms of, what is your grade and how are you progressing in the class. You just click on My Grades and all the information will pop up for you. So I'm going to stop sharing right there. I didn't want to make this lecture too long or this lesson too long or go into too much detail. I want to give you the opportunity to kind of get in there and read around and explore a little bit of that. So that's pretty much all you need to do for this week is what I just showed you, those readings in those first couple of tabs, do those small assignments and get prepared for week two. Once we get into week two, we'll start getting into module one, the narrative essay, and we'll be working on that probably till about the end of September in the class. And so that's going to be kind of how that paces and works ahead going forward. So just wanted to show you how to find that information, how to navigate the class. Again, if you're taking English 095, everything that I just showed you is going to be exactly the same in the 1-hour companion class. What you want to make sure that you do if you're taking the 095 1-hour course is that you log in and check in every week with the 095 information, just like you do with 101. So when you kind of look at the course schedule for 101 each week, if you're taking the 095 1-hour co-rec, you want to make sure you click on the English 095 tab and do the exact same thing. So this week, do the exact same thing if you're taking English 095, log into your class, complete those readings. They'll be very similar to what I just showed you in the 101 class, the 101 section, and be sure that you complete those small assignments and get ready for the work to come next week in 095. So great to meet you. Glad to have you in class this semester. If you have any questions at any time about anything, or if you're struggling to find something in Blackboard, or if I can be of any help to you, please reach out to me and let me know, and I'll talk to you again soon.